Ready anytime. Just say the word. You have the upper hand.
Got it. Oh, we're gonna run right through him.
What's up, glitches?
That was over before
And
it
welcome
started.
to my
I should've
rambling
taken it.
review
Here's hoping the
of
next
Persona
one's easy.
5
It's exciting.
Strikers.
Careful, everyone.
Now, some of you probably saw this and went, why Strikers? Why not Persona 5 actually? Or Persona 5 Royal, the better version of Persona 5 in almost every single way? Why not review those?
This was
You're
over
probably
before it
wondering.
began. Good job, everyone.
And to that I say,
Okay, let's keep it moving.
Strikers does not get the appreciation that it deserves. So, Persona 5 Strikers, first off, if you've probably noticed, is an action RPG, specifically in the style of Dynasty Warriors.
On their last legs. Don't let up.
And because of that, it's a lot more actiony. It's a lot more,
Stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
It's a lot more actiony. The frame rate is stable on PlayStation 5. That's the version I'm playing it on. And it's just it's not exactly a turn-based RPG, so most people who, played Persona 5 who like turn-based RPGs probably will be like, probably first instinct is to go, nah, no thanks, not for me. And to you guys that are, saying that, I beg you, please give it a chance.
I'd call that an easy
Because, in my
win.
opinion,
Apply the same effort in the next battle.
Persona 5 Strikers is just as good in a different way as Persona 5 Royal or Persona 5 Original, depending on whichever, either or, both fit. And if you're wondering why I'm cleaning up so easily, it's because I'm using endgame stuff. Apologies. I was in a rush and I didn't have time to I only had time to remove my teammates. So that otherwise my teammates would be here just mopping the floor with everybody. But,
Initiating combat.
yeah, that's why I'm a lot stronger than I should be.
Let up. So finish him off.
But yeah, this is, Persona 5 Strikers is a action RPG in the style of Dynasty Warriors, or, for those of you who play,
No shadows detected.
on the Nintendo Switch, Hyrule Warriors. Except, in my opinion, this game takes its, liberties. It takes some liberties with the gameplay that, in my opinion, raise it above, things like Hyrule
Nearby
Warriors.
shadow detected. This is our chance.
So they took. So first off, I should say it is a sequel to Persona 5. It is a spin-off of Persona 5 / Persona 5 Royal, and it is essentially a sequel.
Yeah, I could.
It takes place after Persona 5. So if you played Persona 5 in general at all, and you want to see more of the cast from Persona 5, buy the game. It's amazing. So they combine. They took Dynasty Warriors, smushed it together with Persona 5, and you get a beautiful combination of action and tactics where you're in the middle of combat, like this,
Step aside.
and you're swinging attacks at, oh, they're ice enemies. Oh, I could bring out my Persona, and if I was using one that has fire, like this, I have one that has fire. I can use fire
Where to go?
to give myself a second chance, which would in turn give me the ability to use an all-out attack
Not
to
even
do
worth my time.
massive damage with my team, which I have unselected for the sake of making battles last longer.
Something's there.
But it takes place after Persona 5. It follows the same team. It has the same characters with all at the end of their progression, so they're getting they've already, all the characters have developed, they know what they're doing, all the characters have matured,
Ooh, this may
and
be
you can
relevant to my
tell
interests.
that every character has, like, you know, learned their lessons from the main game and continue to go even further beyond that with this. Ow.
Persona!
Hey, we already know one of them that actually lives.
You're mine!
Die.
Powerful Shadow defeated. Nice teamwork. You got him now. Just keep it up.
But yeah,
That was too easy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted because I haven't played this game in a while. Just because I play a lot of other games in addition. But, yeah, this is a great game. It's about half the length, if not slightly below half the length, of the actual Persona 5. It goes on sale fairly often. It plays great. Its story is legitimately probably the biggest highlight I could possibly give without spoiling. If you have played Persona 5, the story is just as good in this, with new characters that I'm not gonna show on screen because that would be spoilers, with new characters added into the roster and the team
Was that it?
that both have unique dialogue and personalities and amazing background stories behind them. The combat's great. The music is obviously, you know, hey, if you've played anything by Atlas, you already know the soundtrack is going to be phenomenal.
Y'all did really well.
So why, I don't even need to convince you there.
Nothing on my radar. Looks like we're safe for now.
But obviously they carried over the style, if you can tell that from the menus. Like this. Your equipment menu. Look at this freaking style. My persona menu. My item menu. My stats. Every single bit of this game is dripping with style, great music, great story, solid characters that have already developed and will continue to develop even further beyond their original Persona 5 story arcs. Just with an action-y shade of paint over it.
Only all battles were this easy.
Let's keep up the pace.
You get all the different personas that you can unlock and use with different abilities. You can equip them, fuse them, upgrade them. Basically everything that you can do in Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, for the most part, you can do in this game. With its action gameplay, its multiple difficulties, I'm playing on... Oh, actually, you know what? I probably should have raised the difficulty. Right now it's on normal. Ah, well, too late. But, yeah. It's just a good game that deserves more attention. It's most... If you have played Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, and you want more of that universe, get it. I promise you, Persona 5 Strikers is amazing. And, a small note here, footnote. I have played Persona 5 Tactica, so consider this like a mini review within a review. Persona 5 Tactica is a perfectly fine 7 out of 10. It's a perfectly okay game with a great soundtrack and style as well. It also takes place after, or no, it takes place like right after Persona 5. It has a DLC that's also pretty good. In fact, I actually think the short DLC is better than the main game for different reasons. I can't explain it properly here. But, like, Tactica is good. Tactica is like a solid 7. It's like a 20-hour strategy game. Tactica is... Persona 5 Tactica is solid, like, 20-30 hours strategy game. More along the lines of Valkyria Chronicles. Whereas this is definitely Dynasty Warriors. And in my opinion, Tactica would get a 7. out of 10 at most. Whereas Strikers is half the length of the main game, a solid 40 to 60 hour journey, depending on what you do and how long it takes.
Come, take it. We'll strike this out.
Depending on how good you are at the game. It could take between 40 to 60 hours to beat Strikers. It has a fully fledged story with growth and new characters, great music, action. It follows up on characters that you already like and improves upon them even more with more of their background and story and family and relationships beyond that. It's just a good game.
That was a quick one.
I give Persona 5
Same effort in the next battle.
Strikers, this game right here on screen, the highest recommendation of a 9 out of 10. If you have played Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, you need, it is homework, it is mandatory in my eyes to play Persona 5 Strikers. It continues the story. It's just as good as the main game, in my opinion. It's about half the length. You could probably find it on sale more often than not. It's just good. It takes place after the main game. It's so good. And in my eyes, this is as close as you can possibly get to a Persona 5 Part 2 that you could get without actually making a Persona 5 Part 2. So yeah.
What could that be? You can always use it.
That's gonna be it for now. I give Tactica a 7 out of 10 at most, and that's being a little bit generous. I give this game, Persona 5 Strikers, a solid, the highest solid 9 out of 10 that I can give it, without showing anything that spoils too much on screen. This is all I can show you, but please, if you've played Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, you owe it to yourself to play Strikers. Okay? I promise. I'll see you around, glitches. Bye-bye.